Okay.
I hate being on camera. There it is. It's hypnotizing, right? All right, great. Well, can you start off and introduce yourself to our site visitors at Pop Culture Madness and ConcertBlogger.com?
Sweet. Pop Culture Madness and Bloggers Blostock. That's a tongue twister of a name. All right, post-concert dementia. What was it? Okay, post-concert dementia. That sounds like a real condition, you know, like where you leave a concert and
It's actually a good website name, I think.
post-concert dementia. Just like I went nuts after I saw this concert. But okay, one more time. What is it?
It's popculturemadness.com is one, and then concertblogger.com is the other.
Pop Culture Madness and then Concert Blogger. Okay, so I should just say who I am or who you are?
Who you are.
Okay, who am I?
Good job.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. I didn't know what I was doing. Okay, I have post-concert dementia. So, concertblogger.com and Pop Culture Madness. Okay, cool. Hey, what's up? This is Nick with Job for a Cowboy, and you're watching Pop Culture Madness. Hey, what's up? This is Nick with Job for a Cowboy, and you're watching concertblogger.com.
So, I mean, the last album from you guys was Democracy? Democracy. I could say this today. I could talk.
Democracy, run by demonocracy.
So, what are you guys working on now?
We have a new record that we're working on. Should be coming out in April. Obviously, we're doing, finishing up this last cycle for the Democracy, and then we may have a couple tours coming up in the fall just to kind of take advantage of the post-Mayhem exposure, if you will. But the main focus is just going to be on getting songs put together, try to get in the studio around like January-ish, and then have the record come out in April.
How much writing have you done so far?
There's about 3 songs in the works so far, so not a bad start. That's a pretty good head start especially if we're going to have the amount of time off that we're going to have. So pretty excited for it too. It's going to be we're gonna get quote unquote get weird.
So, I mean, what I love about your sound is that you guys are not afraid to evolve with it. I mean, maybe you might have been classified as, like, doom metal, like, early on, and then it's more, like, I guess, a technical song. I hate genres like that. But, like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's very hard to, like, box in. But, like, what's the direction now? I mean, is it just, can we just call it metal? Like, I don't know.
Let's just leave it at that. Like, that's how it used to be when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like,
It's rock. It's metal.
Like, it was just all, like, people would be like, what are you listening to? I remember at one point, like, it was alternative, that included everything. So people would be like, oh, what do you listen, if my parents' friends or somebody would ask me what I listened to, I'd be like, oh, alternative. And they're like, what's alternative? And I'd be like, Metallica, Nirvana, Guns N' Roses, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, Pantera. It was all one big thing.
Anything that wasn't top 40.
Right, exactly. Which is that's funny now, though, because if you look at the top 40 now, literally top 40 now, you got bands like Meshuggah and Amon Amarth, Between the Buried and Me. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy like that. Those are top 40 bands now, which is cool. It shows you how far metal's come. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So, I mean, do you think it's definitely due time for that? I mean, like, I think it's time that rock had a resurgence and metal had a resurgence because so much of the airwaves, like, inundated with, like, pop and cookie cutter everything.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Especially seeing bands like, like Dillinger Escape Plan do really good, where they have the ability to show, like,
Is that supposed to be math metal? I've heard that one too. I'm like, what? What is that?
I mean, that was based off kind of like Calculating Infinity. Their old stuff was kind of just, it was so number heavy. You know what I mean? With just free time or really really odd time signatures that you have to count literally to like know the songs. And then they can put out songs like on Retrified or One of Us Is the Killer, any or Black Bubblegum, stuff like that they did. That's like straight up radio pop, but good radio pop. You know what I mean? So I think it's cool to see kind of like this melding of talent, of like actual talent, in with like traditional song elements, because people do love melody. It's like the first human instrument. Was the voice and melody, and so I feel like metal being able to mix that stuff in and access a bigger demographic of people, you know, because like people get really turned off by the death metal growls or screams, you know, that's always associated with.
People love it. Some people like can't get into it. It depends. I think it's a mood thing too.
Yeah, exactly. It totally is a mood thing, and you're upset at work, or you come home, you had a shot day at work or whatever. You definitely want to, express yourself that way. But I think, that at the same time, it's always been something, cathartic for people. And I think that, just having a way of like people becoming to accept it as an instrument itself, that screaming and growling in itself is an instrument, doesn't have to be pitched.
The voice is definitely an instrument, and you have to take care of it the same way you do an instrument.
Exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. So everything's really good for the state of music right now. I think, there's always going to be the traditional need for like cookie cutter pop, you know what I mean? But or popular music, even the R&B and like all the little different styles of that kind of music too. Like there's always going to be that, but I think that it's the success of this festival in general, I feel like shows how important metal is to the world. You know what I mean? The festivals in Europe as well. It's like
I always
huge.
tell people, I'm like, if you say rock or metal is dead, come out to one of these festivals. Right. It is alive and kicking. Trust me.
Yeah, exactly. It's a wonderful point.
So, how are you enjoying Mayhem? Like, what's been one of your favorite memories from it so far? We're a little ways into it. I got a little bit left.
Yeah, definitely. The parties are pretty awesome. The shows are phenomenal every day. It's really, really cool to get to.
Have theme parties at night? Yeah. How's that work out?
Yeah, it was awesome. We just did. We went to Mastodon's party last night. They had like a fire breather eater guy.
What?
Welcoming everybody. Yeah, and then fun clown bartenders, really gross, disgusting.
Hey man, we don't get to see this shit.
I know. That's one of the privileges, yeah. But it was really cool. We drank wolf urine, their special drink they make. It was really good. Emir had a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle party. That was fun. That was very cool. We did a shot karaoke party in Denver.
When's the Job for Cowboy party?
That was that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was fun. It was a good time. But yeah, it's been great. Every day just getting to play in front of the crowds like this is, it's a dream come true, and the energy is, quite phenomenal.
That's awesome.
Yeah, sure.
So, you guys have obviously witnessed the uprise of social media and the way that fans are interacting with bands, the way that they're sharing music now. How is that having an effect on Job for a Cowboy as a band?
I think it's interesting because you can, literally you do have a direct connection, whereas before it's like when you had CDs or, tapes or LPs, depending upon how old you are, there was maybe like an address or something for a fan club that you could find, that you could write a letter.
You never knew if it was getting there or not.
Most likely it probably wasn't. It probably wasn't getting read. And now, somebody sends a question or a comment to us on our Facebook page, and I check it, Johnny checks it, Al checks it and stuff. And so when you get an answer, that's one of us that's doing that. So it's crazy because it's like it really you have direct contact with the people. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of cool to kind of get rid of that barrier between the fan and the whole fan band barrier, and just kind of make it more like, hey, you enjoy our music, we enjoy our music, we enjoy making our music. So.
And they remember it sticks with them. They're like, wow, I actually had a personal interaction with this band, and that can make or break their day. Sometimes even change their lives.
That's true. Yeah, you never think about that. Everything is a collective, like exponential build in this life, I think. And the influence that I've had from when I would reach out to people that I liked, musicians that I liked, and getting positive feedback from them is it's really cool. So it's like, I think it's like it kind of sets you up for life too. Like that you're always going to make a fan. If somebody has a personal interaction with the band, like they're going to be a lot more likely to continue to support their band than if especially than if you were like a dick to them or something. You know what I mean?
You've certainly gained a fan for life, like in that sense. I think it's been so cool. I remember seeing you guys years ago, like open for Guar, and just, to watch the band evolve and everything has just been so awesome to see. And like, I absolutely can't wait to see what's next for you guys.
That's awesome. Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Every little, all the support we can get, every little bit adds up. That's the collective, some greater than, or a whole greater than the sum of its parts.
Absolutely. So So obviously you guys are going to take a little break after Mayhem and head into the studio. So definitely keep us posted on what's happening there, and definitely enjoy the rest of Mayhem. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Of course, yeah, no problem.